I recently wrote an article about moving away from the predictable revenue model and how to do that. I think a lot of companies are stuck because they've made a lot of investments in that format and they're trying to retrofit today with a buyer that's just not having it, but they don't know what to do differently.
That's right. And I would say all of the seeds are already there. Everyone talks about buyer-centric marketing and sales. So we're already thinking that way, but you've put your finger on it. We've got to change the operational mindset in order to meet this demand of what today's buyers want and make it truly buyer-centric.
That's a great topic because everybody likes to say that they're buyer centric, but then they do things like get a demo right in the hero when it's in the upper left hand corner and then repeat it out through the page. They don't give me anything that I can look at without talking to a salesperson.
That's right.
They may have pricing up there. Ultimately, I got to talk to sales. So they may think that they're being buyer centric, but what they're actually doing is still trying to control the sales process as much as possible.
That's right. And they're doing it for themselves, right? In other words, like you just said, we've invested in this machine that we need to run in our way, but you're making the buyer pay for that. And that is the fundamental problem.
So how do you solve that in an organization that is pretty well funded in the predictable revenue model?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one bite at a time to eat the elephant. Change is always difficult and slow. I think smaller companies are much more agile, and the mid market is able to make those kinds of moves, obviously, much more quickly than enterprise. But the bottom line is look at what's working and what is not. And again, these statistics that I've thrown out, that 77% is not coming, it's here. And to give you a sense of that growth, a year and a half ago, it was 44%. This is here. We have to deal with it. And when you look at the ROI of 95% of your efforts being ignored, I think any CEO is going to look at that and say, okay, we need to make changes. I think the luxury of waiting is over, in our opinion, especially when you look at it against a bottom line.